Hello everyone, Troy here, and this is a little quick start guide to the Arturia Microfreak. In this little quick start guide, we will talk about the power and sound output, how to start a signal, the input, the presets, filter and envelope generator, sequencer and arpeggiator, and then in part 2 we'll talk about signal flow, effects, oscillator and initialized setup, routing and connecting to other devices. For the beginning of this quick start guide, we'll talk about the power and sound output. So the power source is either a 12-volt DC 1 amp center positive adapter that comes with the Microfreak upon purchase, or a USB type B that you can plug into the computer, and that's how you get all your firmware updates. If you connect the USB B to a power bank, you will get a grounding signal, just a blanket buzz of noise. For the sound output, there are no onboard speakers, and so instead you have two different sound outputs: a audio out, which is a 1/4 inch jack, which takes tip sleeve or tip ring sleeve, or headphones out, which is just a 1/8 inch TRS jack, and that's a mono signal. The audio out can do mono or stereo. For the input and how we start a signal, it has a touch capacitive keyboard. So this keyboard is not like any traditional keyboard. You don't press a key, but you do use your fingers to connect a circuit. They're like mini keys in terms of sizing. It's a 25 key keyboard, and you can turn it to have velocity or aftertouch, but not both at the same time. You also have in the mod matrix a way to analyze how much your finger is touching the keys, and so you can manipulate effects via that. You can connect an external keyboard via MIDI. It will still be paraphonic, and they call it an extended paraphonic voicing of 4 voices at one time. For the presets, it does have presets, and you have a encoder on the top row that you twist. It starts at preset 1, and then you can go all the way up to 512, and that's the current firmware 5.0 update. And there is no way to reorganize them. It is just number-based. So I would recommend writing down your favorites. So for the filter and envelope generator, it is a 3-stage attack, decay/release, and sustain envelope. This envelope with attack is 0 milliseconds to 10 seconds, and the decay/release is 0 milliseconds to 13 seconds. Those are its ranges. The filter, it is a second order filter, also known as a 2-pole filter, which takes off 12 decibels per octave. You have 3 types, a low-pass filter, a band-pass filter, or a high-pass filter, and they call this an analog filter. And then you do have resonance that can go into self-oscillation up past 90% or so. For the sequencer and arpeggiator, you can either choose to do BPM based or time division of your tempo that you set with the BPM. Your time divisions, you have whole note, half note triplet, quarter note triplet, eighth note triplet, 16th note triplet, 32nd note, and 32nd note triplet. You have swing options of 50 to 75%. You have 4 directions: up, order, random, or pattern. You have 4 octave ranges that can extend the chord or notes you play. You also have spice and dice, which spice adds the amount of variety, and dice acts on your gates and triggers. For the sequence, it has 4 to 64 steps, and you can either input it with real-time recording or step punching in with editing capabilities. You can also input chords, 4-note chords in these sequences, and you can record modulation of any parameters, 4 of them max for each pattern, and each preset will hold 2 sequences in its memory. This will be it for the for part 1 of the Quick Start Guide. In part 2, we'll talk about signal flow, effects, oscillator, and initialized setup, routing, and connecting to other devices. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.